So, sorry. Hey, welcome back to the continuation of the first ATW view of 2022 in series. This is a simple intro to part two, and again, I gave y'all a bit of a heads up at the end of the first part. This time we really went off the rails into an alternative, I would say, conversation. So again, enjoy the chat, and if you don't get nothing else out of this hour, just try and understand and do this. Do not let your perception affect your progression, either as a person or as a professional wrestling fan, while the internet influences that so much with many others. Enjoy part two. I'll see you at the end. Adieu.
It was fucking disgusting. That was all, we did a whole podcast on this because it was that gross, and I didn't realize how gross it was because it was like, it was one of those
picture.
Seriously, it was one of those things where it's like, I feel like all of us have been in the wrestling bubble, like in some regard, right? But like nobody has seen how this could really deter people that are just casual wrestling fans when you see dumb shit like this. I saw it literally happen in real time. I was with Nikos, my friends Nikos and Michael X, and we were reading these comments. There was a video made by Corporate Kane, C-A-I-N, not the one you're thinking of. And he, although it is a parody of that, he read these comments and like some of them were just bad grammar and they were upset and did the crying emojis. Please don't go to WWE, like whatever, which was already bad, right? And by the way, I stress this was on Danielson's Instagram. And then it kept getting worse and worse and worse until it got to one
down the rabbit hole.
Until it got to one specific comment that said, "Hope you break your neck for a wrestling company that doesn't care." And then it ended with the Corporate Kane guy saying, all of these are very reasonable and measured responses of a guy that's gardening with his daughter. There's a picture of him celebrating Earth Day with his daughter. What's their daughter's name?
Brady.
When I tell you Mike had probably the most scathing and destructive rant I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, I saw it.
It was some of the it didn't really hit me until after I watched the podcast back and I'm like, wow, this shit really isn't normal. Like it's not normal. Like,
no.
I'd be happy if anybody were to succeed if they were to go to AEW, or if they were to go from AEW and for some reason went to the WWE and they actually broke through and succeeded.
There you
go. Like, I'd be pissed off if they were misutilized.
Right.
You know?
But I wouldn't like, tirade them for doing what they believe was best.
Right.
For their own future. At the end of the day, whatever you do in this industry, you're doing for the sake of your own well-being, future, and your family, for that matter. Whether you have one or want to make one.
It's really toxic, guys. Like, it's
I know. That's like I said. I avoid it again.
Fuck.
My inner circle is you guys. Let me put this in retrospective for you. MJF. Everybody in WWE right now is scouting this guy, for example. He literally went on a podcast himself, I think it was wrestling, and he basically talked about what Roman Reigns is doing, good for him. It really pushes the industry forward. He didn't backlash, he didn't tirade, he didn't belittle the company's name. He simply put forward, okay, they're doing this, well, I'm doing this in AEW, but if the opportunity presents itself, I would probably try and go for it.
It's disgusting to me that now people like, but
people judge other people. No. People judge wrestlers who are just people at the end of the day for everything they choose to do, especially if it goes against a company they've watched their whole lives seeing them go through, and they choose to decide to try and do something different, going to some other company, and that immediately makes them a bad person. Fuck you.
It happened.
Amen to that.
Whether
or not they thrive or succeed or sink or swim is on the booker, on that company, on the industry itself. It is not on them. Everyone is responsible for their own choice at the end of the day. You have no choice to judge it or dictate it. You can hate what you hate. You can love what you love. At the end of the day, these people are in this thing. We're just fucking watching it.
Yeah.
When you tell me, Eric, that Mustafa is now getting turned on by fucking just, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it, complete jack-offs on social media.
That's a nice way of putting it.
They are. That's a nice way of putting it, to say the very fucking least.
Dude, I'm not monetized. You want to go on friggin' thing.
Seriously.
I guess, as long as you're not racist.
Yeah, right. No, for real, like, I'm not surprised by that. I'm really not. I've seen it. I saw it happen with Moxley, with just the subtle thing is people
you
still
can put
calling him
any
Dean
name,
Ambrose.
insert name here,
They call
man
him
or
Ambrose.
woman. We've seen it.
People still, yep.
And it's still going, and it has literally caused people their lives. R.I.P. Hana Kimura, for one.
Yeah.
Take the whole
gross,
Kenny
dude.
Omega. Take the whole Kenny Omega thing, for example. People still haven't learned for that, but yet you still want to go at Kenny Omega for basically liking Riho and Dr. Britt Baker's match with Rampage?
Yeah.
To be fair,
here's the thing.
that is caused by one of the most toxic, out of touch individuals, whether people want to admit it or not, in the entire wrestling community, whatever the hell you want to call it.
No doubt, no doubt about that here.
And here's the thing. There were some who were still supporting Mustafa Ali when he announced "I Want Out," who were diehard WWE fans. But I won't say this user's name. But here's what this person said. I won't say their name because I'm a drunk.
We're not publicizing evil here. We're against it.
Yeah,
fuck that.
This person said, Mustafa Ali is a good wrestler, but he's not anywhere close to a superstar. Once he's gone from WWE, he'll be forgotten like Buddy Murphy, Andrade, and all the others. That's just facts. LOL. Just saying. And I was like, let me see if I get this straight. You're just naming guys who've been relevant for a while. Andrade, who signed to AEW, no less. And Buddy Murphy's first match back in wrestling was against Okada, but those are the names you're going for instead of like other people who were kind of forgotten about, like Bull Dempsey and whatnot.
The Ascension, for example. I'm just saying.
I go back to what I said earlier.
Yeah.
When it came to WWE opening up the forbidden door. While the lawsuit with MLW is going on, while all these NXT releases are happening. With these fucking toxic motherfuckers, I'm supposed to be excited for this shit.
Well, guess what this person said the moment Mustafa Ali was revealed to have had an argument with Vince?
Yeah, what did they say?
So happy the toxic Mustafa Ali is gone from WWE if this is true. And I was like, what proof do you have that he's toxic?
So we're just basically gonna use the toxic name because that's what everybody kept calling Keith Lee, that he was toxic, that he had an attitude problem.
This fucking guy.
It's not just one guy, it's a community. We're not chastising a person. We are obliterating a negative activity spewing in the community of our love of professional wrestling that has no end in sight.
Yeah, and this is the thing that bugged me. Like, when you keep hearing the same story, Keith Lee was said to be toxic. Mustafa Ali was said to be toxic. Insert name here was toxic.
Thank you. Insert name here.
Now, here's a question I'm just going to ask. If all these stories are coming out that these guys who are said to be awesome dudes or awesome girls
are
being
all of a sudden
awesome,
toxic.
and they're all of a sudden having attitude issues or being toxic right after they left WWE. That comes out, but we never heard that before when they were still in it. But it just happens to happen after they come out. Why do I get the feeling WWE has a PR machine saying we gotta demonize them and get our tribalists riled up to fight?
I still think I still feel like there's a random algorithm in place where these accounts that look like people are actually robots put in place to literally make a person look bad, just so it reflects across the community and make them think the same thing.
I'm so sick of this type of shit. I'm so sick.
That's why I'm not on Twitter. I only am on Twitter to talk wrestling and say hi, and that's it.
I agree with you. That's why I'm barely on social media myself, unless I do one of these shows. But it is hard to escape the fact that it exists in this fucking.
That is true. I do not pretend it doesn't exist. I just don't let it rule me, and that's all I gotta say about that.
I think the fucking issue for me is like, even if AEW is justified, if anybody that sees any of this fucking bad shit said or any of this controversial shit said about anybody in the industry, same with WWE, like people from that company and they show up on there, like if they hear that, that is so toxic to the industry growth.
It is, exactly.
Like, it has been living proof that it has been toxic for Dynamite's growth and AEW's growth. You can't tell me it hasn't been. You can't.
The sad thing is, James,
they should be doing way better.
The sad thing is, it's toxic for the entire industry. It's just the biggest impact, no pun intended, is the biggest two players in the game.
That's the thing that pisses me off more than anything else. AEW should be getting $2.4 million at least weekly, and they're not, and it's because of this tribalism bullshit. You can't anything else.
When you let social media rule your judgment, unfortunately, this is the case, and unfortunately, human perspective, that's the kind of thing that happens because people see this and they basically preach it like it's the gospel or follow it.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Not only, and this is something weird happened. They never announced this, but 2K 2022, something came out about that. There was a leak about Rey Mysterio. There was a leak about the game. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
It goes back to the subject we were talking about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. What leaked out was that they announced that it was going to be revealed that Rey Mysterio is on the cover of 2K22. And everyone was like, bro, what has Rey Mysterio done? He sucked. He was not important. And I was like, where the heck did this hatred come from?
Out of nowhere!
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Again.
Yeah. And I must stress, this is over a video game cover, not like he being a horrible person.
This is a fucking legend in the industry, dude.
Rey Mysterio has done everything for this business, in every single promotion he has been in.
And broke his legs, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly, but and these people want to say, oh, boo, Rey Mysterio. You must not know your wrestling history, or you must have watched wrestling since 2013.
7 billion people, and you wonder how many of them are actually humans versus robots.
Thing. Here's a comment. There was a comment I saw, and I was like, I read this, and I was like, you didn't watch him, did you? Or at least not even care?
I'm going to spread evil just because I can by simply putting a name down.
This is what someone said.
Dude, I don't know it.
Oh, Rey Mysterio was a good wrestler, but he wasn't like all that important. He wasn't a big deal in WCW. He wasn't a big deal in WWE.
Oh, not a big deal in WCW.
I must stress, you're talking to 4 lifelong fans of professional wrestling, one born in 1992 who became a fan of cruiserweight wrestling, seeing Rey Mysterio take on the likes of freaking Dean Malenko. Continue.
Eddie Guerrero.
Ultimo Dragon.
Come on, keep going.
Moving to.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. Let's think of other guys, because there's others out there. Oh,
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero is the key one.
Kurt Angle in WWE.
Kurt Angle was fucking tremendous.
He won the freaking title back at WrestleMania 22.
Yeah, this person was downplaying everything Rey Mysterio did, and they also went with but he's a little guy. He can't beat those big guys. It's unrealistic. And I'm like, dead man walking, guy who controls fire. What is real about those things then?
So we're going to pretend that he didn't win the world title in WrestleMania 22 against Kurt Angle and Randy Orton.
We're not going to pretend that he's a former. We're not going to pretend that he's a former WWE champion. That he's also not a former multi-time tag team champion, multi-time cruiserweight champion, multi-time Intercontinental United States champion, Royal Rumble winner.
Yeah, he's done it all, bar none. He's done it all.
Okay, so if the argument is, Rey Mysterio has done nothing in the last 5 years, who gives a shit?
And who are you to judge?
That's my question.
Who are you to judge? Is also another question itself.
Number one, and number two. Even if that was the case, which to a degree, yes, he hasn't done much in 5 years because WWE's fucked him over bad. I'm not going to sit here and deny that.
I'm just
cares?
But here's the thing:
it's a fucking video game cover.
Exactly. It's a video game cover, and they just lost it.
Eric, I'm just waiting for somebody to go put a complaint out about the stupidest thing. Maybe, this wall is painted blue, but it's this shade of blue. I hate it. It should actually be this shade of blue. I'm just waiting for something.
Okay. No. Funny thing about that. I think Doug Walker on Nostalgia Critic actually had that criticism when he was doing Nostalgia Critic a few years ago. They actually had that complaint. They actually did a parody on that complaint.
Yay, original assholes. Woo.
Wow. This goes to show that truly anybody, if they wanted to, can complain about anything. And at the end of the day, you prove how stupid you are.
And here's what I wrote. Here's what I wrote about the whole.
I don't like this Dasani logo. It's too bland. It's too bland. I don't like it.
Here's the thing I said. Here's the thing about the whole cover stuff. I was like, okay, you don't like Rey Mysterio on the cover, then why don't you just print out a new cover and then replace it with that?
Why don't you just buy the game digitally? Who buys games on physical media anymore anyway? We live in a digital era.
Who cares either way?
That's the point I'm trying to make, James. It's an illustration. No one gives a fuck. Anyway.
And I was like, I'm more focused on the gameplay, the quality, the bugs, and the horrible gambling mechanics.
It's funny you say. Let's segue into that. Because here's something you should be fucking people. I'm gonna explain to you how WWE 2K22 gameplay wise has not fucking changed. First off, number one, these new control schemes that they supposedly said they've spent fucking a year to work on. It's literally the same control scheme, but with different buttons. It's literally the same animations, but with a different camera angle to make it look like it's a fighting game. Ooh, they got the fighting game cam. Oh, like that makes a fucking difference. Oh, hey, here's another fucking thing. No. Entrances, anytime they do a fucking taunt like Goldberg when he does his uppercuts to the fucking sky because he's a dope. Oh yeah, they zoom in on the fucking camera. That's really innovative. Fucking, that makes all the fucking difference.
James, think about the CGI used here. Think about the real 4K resolution look to it.
Hey, let me explain something to you people. For everybody, if you have followed anybody that is anybody in the video game wrestling scene, CM Pulse, John Blood, Tony Chris Pizza Danker. Guy,
Chris
Zane,
Danker.
Dude, every fucking Dank Ops, okay, every single one of them has said the exact same fucking thing. The gameplay has been a problem. Now all of a sudden that these new control schemes came out and these new essentially camera schemes came out. All of a sudden they did something to fix that. No, I'm telling you, they didn't do shit to fix it. They just inputted different fucking buttons Okay, and that's it. That's all they fucking did. So
Okay. So
I'm telling you, the gameplay is fucking awful.
So how many buttons? So how many buttons does it take? How many buttons does it take to actually do a Continental tie-up successfully? That's the real question.
Okay. Basically, here's what I'm basically
in 2K14, it was one.
Okay, I got two responses to this. One, couldn't we just switch the controllers back to the way we like it and be done with it?
Okay, I'm gonna quote a song here. I'm gonna quote a song here. Forgive my naiveness. I don't remember the artist. Why you gotta go and make things so complicated? Okay, this is ridiculous.
Also, too, the way James you were describing it, it kind of sounds like WWE did a placebo effect on people.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. There's no doubt. Everybody falled for this. Even Dank Ops, even Pulse to a degree. Everybody's like, "Oh, this could be a good game." No, they're fucking fooling you. They're fooling you, people.
They're recycling assets. That's what it comes down to. They're recycling assets.
See, and this is the problem. This is made by 2K. Yes, I am a NBA 2K follower and have been for numerous amount of years.
Took a whole new turn.
But even with that, this is the same 2K that has developed problems since from the start. These servers, when I play part on NBA 2K22, the servers go down. Seriously, the servers go down, and they never try to take time to fix it because basically they are too money hungry. That's exactly what they are.
Gambling mechanics.
Gambling mechanics, dude. Rockstar Games hasn't done nothing. Okay, welcome everybody to All Things Video Games.
That's true. Hold on. Back to
let me finish here. Rockstar Games hasn't done nothing to Red Dead Online because the money they invested in GTA Online has surpassed the sales for the freaking Red Dead franchise 10 times over.
Yes, absolutely. And here's another thing.
What has happened here?
Back to WWE 2K20 for a second, or 22 rather. Okay, back to 2K22.
No, James. Whoa. Now, okay.
Listen. Yeah, not 2K20. It will not be. I will say 2K20 will not be as bad gameplay-wise as 2K21. Just as bad as
that's a bold claim.
Just as bad as 2K19.
This coming from the guy who uses
from one evil to the next.
This coming from the guy who uses 2K13 for his
14.
League.
For my CAW League, let me explain something to you people. If you find that there is stuff that you could do that you could get months worth of content out of, especially if you're a content creator like any of the video game people, fine. There's GM mode they're bringing back, which I'm sure they'll scuff somehow, but it's back. They got universe mode. They got my career mode. I'm sure you can get like at least 6 to 8 months worth.
How about something new and original that actually entices you?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing I need to get back to. The fact that this is supposed to be their redemption arc with 2K22, and they have the balls to say this. We're giving you microtransactions in my faction mode.
There you go.
Wait.
There you go. They joined the world. You even alluded to it, King. You talked about it.
Join the world of this.
Loot crates, loot boxes, and microtransactions.
Wait, guys. James, you didn't hear that? Yeah, they're putting it in my faction mode.
Yes, they are.
And plus, it's the same thing as NBA 2K. It's the same thing as NBA 2K when it comes to my team. And I know they're
or Madden NFL's Ultimate Team.
Hold on. Are you telling me they FIFA'd this?
Yeah, they FIFA'd Madden and NBA 2K this.
They're FIFAing.
You have to pay for fucking. You have to pay for people. You have to. You're paying packs.
For my faction mode. They just said my faction mode.
For now, Eric. For now.
For now, at least. But that's what they said.
which the VC prices goes like this. 450,000 VC is $99.99. The 250,000 VC is $49.99. The 75,000 VC is $19.99. The 5,000 one is $4.99, and the 5,000 is $1.99. This is
and Ubisoft is one of the most toxic looked at companies because of their corporate structure, and they're the ones that headline this whole idea of you can do microtransactions in games and people will go for it because they don't want to do the real grind and stuff.
How do you turn a legit sports concept into pro wrestling? Because here's the problem. Like, actually, it's weird because this might actually be successful because most wrestling fans actually like a lot of the guys, probably, with the exception of a select few. So, like, if they do it the way I think they're gonna do this, then that means that every faction should be pretty decent.
You would hope.
There's no you can't fuck it up because but it's a crapshoot in FIFA. It's a crapshoot in NBA because you don't know if you're going to get a shit player or a legit player.
Well, they're going to have, they're going to have an overall system. It's like, okay, what do I rank Natalia versus Aaliyah, who got a win in 3.17 seconds on SmackDown?
Oh God!
But like, yeah, exactly.
I'm like, what?
Every pack you open up is Aaliyah. Fuck.
Exactly.
A freaking common card.
A bronze Aaliyah, 65 overall.
Damn, King. That's low. That was lower than I thought. Dirty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I say this because of some of these things. That is not what I think of Aaliyah.
Here's your 3-match contract card added to that bronze overall card. Here's your 3-match contract card.
I'm gonna bunch of Aaliyahs and Madcap Monsters in your deck.
Actually, you know what? I'd be interested in seeing content of this because this would be jokes. Dude, imagine like the factions you could get, the worst faction possible. Aaliyah, Baron Corbin, fucking Omos.
Robert Stone.
Wait, guys, remember, WWE's it was reported WWE was planning to put in the release wrestlers in the game. They were going to put the release wrestlers in the game, remember? Which means
we can still make money. We can still make money off them based on their trademark.
Here's the thing. You know what that means, right?
Adam Cole.
No. Eva Marie could be in the game.
Oh God! Toxic Attraction 2.0. Aaliyah and Eva Marie done. Yeah, there you go. It's great.
That's 62.
That's worse than
62 Braun.
That's worse than Carmella and Zelina Vega, the tag team champions.
62 bronze and a 62 bronze and a 65 bronze. There you go.
Go more than that. Go 50. Jesus.
Fuck. I actually.
God in heaven.
This is gonna be either a disaster or tremendous or both.
It's gonna be both. There's no doubt about it. In my opinion, it's gonna be both.
If they're going the NBA 2K route, if they're actually going the NBA 2K route, since they're developed by 2K, we're basically going to see bronze, we're going to see emeralds, sapphires, rubies, diamonds, amethysts, pink diamonds, galaxy opals, and dark matter cards.
When did this turn into a video game podcast? What the fuck happened?
Wait, I have a better question. Did we just go straight to Elon Musk's fucking diary? Like, what the fuck did you just say?
He literally ranked the actual, probably marketing strategy of the microtransactions.
No, I know. It just sounded like it was straight from Elon Musk's fucking diary.
Well, that's
cosmic things.
That's what NBA 2K does for their ranking system.
And maybe Elon Musk has stock in this. Maybe he has a play in this. I don't know. Yeah. All right, so trying to change topics. Let's go back into something.
Okay. Wait. Okay, I know how we can change topics.
Yeah, please do. Good Lord Almighty, what the hell happened?
WWE and their obvious, they're not our competition, but they're clear competition. AEW shots about their bloody violence.
All right, then what are these this week?
Yeah, let's go to that. Let's do it.
Yes, the idea of blood in the sport of professional wrestling, where Ali and Penelope Ford and Ty Conti and Anna Jay had a street fight for the ages, the same year that gave us Thunder Rosa and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, for Match of the Year candidates. But the WWE's like, oh, we could have did this maybe in one of our women matches, but we felt that's unnecessary because that wouldn't correlate to a wrestling audience today or look bad to children. Now, who wants to begin with this before I'm like, you're still a fucking idiot and AEW.
Okay. Allow me to give the proper response. Okay, there was a tweet that someone posted that sums it up. Okay, let's see about how we don't do the self-mutilation stuff. Okay. Let's see the last 5 years. Let's see the last 5 years alone. Becky Lynch was busted open, became famous. Shayna Baszler debated to biting off Becky Lynch's neck and
which I still don't understand to this day.
Brock Lesnar busted Randy Orton's skull open.
Legitimately, I might add, and give him a concussion.
SummerSlam.
Yeah, and let's see. Seth Rollins was bloodied open when the Fiend started choking him after the Hell in a Cell debacle. Let's see. Randy Orton was bleeding during the greatest wrestling match ever. Rey Mysterio lost his eyeball in the Eye for an Eye match.
Let's not talk about that match.
I know. Brock Lesnar also busted Roman Reigns open, and they showed the visual of him having the Crimson Mask.
At WrestleMania 34, the main event that was booed out.
And last but not least, to prove the self-mutilation thing is WWE style, they set Bray Wyatt on fire twice.
So, yeah, what sort of reasons do you have? Because, was it the fact that your match wasn't ranked by Dave Meltzer? Was it the fact that your match wasn't better received by the wrestling community? Was it the fact that you cannot carry a good match without exposing a blade in the middle of the ring like with Randy Orton and John Cena at Hell in a Cell? Yeah, I went there. The fact that you just can't deliver a quality wrestling product. Go ahead, James.
In the interest of fairness, we cannot be talking because Jericho did that too on Dynamite.
Okay, fine. I'll at least accept that.
Yeah,
let's back up on the blade bit.
This more so approaches the women in wrestling, might I add.
Yeah.
And where he thinks you don't need that, and AEW should step away from that and is giving a bad presentation.
Hey,
get the fuck out of here.
Hey, I'll give you a fun fact because we actually have to deal with this on our show too for CAW Wrestling. We're on our, I think our 8th month on recording television, quote unquote television, right? We're on an 8th month, and we have to find ways around women not having those kind of matches, but they can't be busted open. You know why? Because WWE doesn't allow it to happen in the games. You know what I call that? Fucking sexist.
Very true.
Oh wait, I got another comment. Doesn't UFC have a business model where violence is on their women is clearly required?
Hey, wasn't one of the biggest draws wasn't one of the biggest draws that not only UFC and the WWE had named Ronda fucking Rousey?
Correct.
I mean,
and I've seen women busted and bruised and bleeding in the freaking UFC.
You know, the more I read dumb shit like this, it's no wonder why Wanda's pissed. Fuck.
But here's something I learned about an old SmackDown versus Raw game. I know this is a lot of topic, but guess what I learned?
What did you learn?
On the Nintendo Wii. No, on the Nintendo Wii version of SmackDown versus Raw, one of the older games, it actually included thumbtacks.
Yep.
Yes.
That was the only that was the only console that included thumbtacks.
Of all the consoles, only that though. What's really bizarre about that? And by the way, might I add, both those women matches that are being called in question here from AEW included thumbtacks too, and the women put in their bodies through them hard. Anna Jay and Britt Baker. Kane, speak on this issue now and your thoughts.
I am going to read a statement said by Mickie James. Oh boy, she's getting chucked out of this Rumble by far, no question.
Okay, go ahead and read it, then let's get King's rebuttal to all of this. Because
I agree
again,
with
King,
her, by
your
the way.
girl Tai Kanji, your girl Tai Kanji already gave her simple message with a bloody bird. So that being said, James, read that quote, and then King has the floor. Go ahead.
In response to WWE's statement regarding females in death matches, here's the thing. I've been at this for years. I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and that's what's so fucking great about wrestling. Something for everyone. If you don't like it, then move on. But to be bitchy because your backwards ass thinking resulted in someone else promoting it and backing off of same, then you want to go and be a Karen on social media, then that shows you're too invested in other products and not enough on your own. My body, my fucking choice, and I choose death matches.
For country. That is why Mickey James transcends the wrestling industry like so many fucking others. Now, King, you may speak.
See, here's why I have the problem, and I know you guys have touched on it. I know you touched on it. It was most like talk about the thesis, most viewed. That's exactly what it is. That's what it comes down to, because basically, and I keep saying this about AEW, and I know we keep saying about it too. At least their women's division continues to grow. What is WWE's women's division doing nowadays? They can't seem to find shrinking. Exactly, like a Titanic that's about to sink down further the ocean. When you have basically four of your best women in a street fight, which was on Rampage, and it was most talked about on social media, and yet they're getting high praise for it. But on WWE's end, like, we want to do that. Well, oh wait, can't do that because we released half of our women.
And look bad for sponsors. Continue.
Because it looked like bad on sponsors.
You mentioned Titanic. Hold on, you mentioned Titanic. Sasha Banks be like to Triple H, "I'll never let go, Paul. I'll never let go, Paul."
Oh God!
Look at her, out 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah.
Now I'm involved on the Royal Rumble. I'm so sorry, Indigo. By the way, continue, King. Sorry.
And it was most talked about. It was most viewed. It was most viewed in demographic. But yeah, WWE's like, we can do that too. Oh wait, yeah. I don't know how to do that here, because basically we can try to put out the effort, but yet at least still cater to our people. But us hardcore fans, we don't see that as basically trying to compete, because that's their version of trash, of course.
Yep. Yeah.
It's a different visual. And again, it goes back to the idea of judging something just because you think you can, because you have the phone in your hand with no real reason behind it whatsoever.
But they say that AEW is not a competition. Oh wait, let's go back to that quote.
Oh yeah, bring the quote back. What was AEW? What was AEW in the beginning?
It's not a sprint. It's a marathon, right?
3 years later.
Like, just admit it, guys. Like, no one's gonna cry if you just admit the truth.
Just be honest with yourself for one freaking tweet in your life.
And remember this. Remember what happened the last time WWE called them out for being violent? And what did that lead to?
I don't even remember.
Blood and guts.
Yes, blood and guts.
Blood and guts.
And I know people will always trash that match because of the ending.
But that match in general before the ending was a darn good match, and it showed you what War Games, basically what NXT used to do with War Games.
With a roof, I might add, in this structure.
But by the way, speaking of Mickey James roast, did anybody see? I know this was ages ago, but I kind of want to read this because this kind of sums up how she feels about WWE in general and how they go about things. Mickey James tweeted like ages ago in August. Oh, really? This is him? This is the guy? Wow, interesting. Well, I think we all feel much better now. Also, hey, buddy, The Sopranos called. They want Big Pussy back. Did that move your needle? No?
Oh,
Okay.
Nick Khan.
Nick Khan, yeah.
Nick Khan.
Also known as Sweaty Shane McMahon that gained 55 pounds. Oh my
Also known as
gosh.
the Conway that we don't refer to as the good con. That's the bad con.
Wait, who? He's not in,
Nick
he's not in
Khan.
wait, he was on the WWE. Who?
Oh, I was talking about that's the con that we don't refer to.
Yeah,
That's
but
the con that we don't like.
he's not there. He's not there anymore. Who?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Shane?
Shane.
Oh,
Shane
Shane.
McMahon.
Yeah. Shane.
I think kind of does look like Shane. It's odd.
Yeah, have you just noticed that?
Yeah. No, I knew that. I'm just.
Here comes
I'm
the
playing.
money.
Yeah, when's the next time Shane McMahon shows up sweating like hell, doing the Shane shuffle?
Instead of here comes the money for Nick Khan, it's here comes unemployment.
We were talking about the video games and whatnot, and I was surprised we didn't bring up on 2K22's front that they could bring in Nick Khan to fire everybody in BOP.
Oh, they'll probably have that as a storyline, probably in the
Nick
micro.
They'll probably have
you play as Nick Khan and GM,
or basically just come out to the Royal Rumble number 14 and then basically see how your career go from there, because basically I heard number 14 is a cursed spot.
Give him the Daniel Pewter treatment in the Royal Rumble.
It's like you either get released, you get fired, or your booking goes the wrong way if you enter number 14. If you don't believe me, I watched Tap Out Corner's video about the cursed number 14. Yeah. Wait to see who comes in number 14.
They're not going to mention about that number, of course. When they say it's all about the numbers, they're not going to mention number 14. They're going to mention all the other numbers. So.
Also, what did everybody think about Lita and how she almost fought Britt Baker?
Oh, what a good signing that would have been. But of course, put out the almighty dollar.
Amy Dumas.
Well, we don't know if this is even lasting. Keep in mind, there's still a good chance.
I already talked about this on the Wrestling Roundtable on Meltdown. Go watch it on Facebook. Lita is there in the Trish Stratus spots. When I saw Charlotte versus Trish Stratus live in Trish Stratus' last match at SummerSlam 2019, it is a stupendous spotlight match for WrestleMania. That shows you two things. One, put Charlotte Flair on the card. Two, we have no real competition for Charlotte Flair for that title, nor plan to get it off her.
Exactly. And plus, that's the reason why Charlotte's in the Royal Rumble in the first place. Because
I would like to mention, it did say that while they didn't agree to a deal, things did end pretty good and they said a deal could still happen in the future.
Exactly. I'm not going to rule it out, and I'm not going to judge or diss her, but I think we all can book the WWE way that obviously it's Charlotte versus Lita coming at WrestleMania.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. It's obvious what they're doing, and it's like everybody wants to see her fight Britt Baker instead because that would be more interesting.
Well, let's be honest. The wrestling industry is still waiting for Dr. Britt Baker DMD versus the Virtuosa.
That's true. Yeah. Deonna Purrazzo too. Yeah.
We're still waiting on that one.
I just can't wait to see what the future holds for Deonna Purrazzo and Impact Wrestling now that the Women's World Championship there. And it sounds like Maria Kanellis, who has basically formed the Kingdom, might be coming after that. That'd be a very interesting program. This whole Ring of Honor invasion angle right now in Impact. You got the honorable Ring of Honor, and then you got these Ring of Honor renegades like, oh, we got nothing to do with this. It makes Impact Wrestling very unpredictable and enticing for me. And shout out to Tom Finnegan, that is now the new play-by-play guy.
Yes, he's doing pretty good. I actually like Tom Phillips during this run in WWE. Like, people don't give Tom Phillips enough credit. Like, he is very actually good play-by-play commentator. He is very good at his job.
He did all 5 brands in the WWE.
Who?
Like Tom Phillips.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is, man, but he doesn't sound excited to be an Impact. Am I the only one that feels that way?
He's more like the casual commentator, but at least he is more worthwhile to hear than Josh Matthews.
Yeah, Josh Matthews. I don't know why you got rid of Matt Stryker, but you kept Josh Matthews. That's what I still don't get to this day.
I think his contract just wasn't renewed. They didn't renew it for maybe, I don't know. I'm going to miss Matt Stryker.
Because he had other obligations, I think, outside.
That's what I figured.
Also, Freddie Prinze Jr. revealed something else about Vince McMahon.
Oh, besides tag team wrestling?
Other than that, Apparently, Vince McMahon is very, 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 very is not really paying attention to the rest of the world around him. Again,
Well, why is that not a surprise?
Just news.
he doesn't know who RoboCop is.
I mean, this is the same guy that didn't know how to use a digital phone when he tried to give away $1 million live on Monday Night Raw. Just saying.
He didn't know what the fuck a burrito was. like, and he was eating it. Meanwhile, like,
This is what Freddie said. This is what Freddie said. So this is what Freddie said. Apparently, when he started working on his second run in WWE, Vince McMahon just told him, "I have no idea who RoboCop is or what it is."
Imagine if he did. But then again, WCW already did it. So I mean,
yeah, but that's the thing. I was like, wait, but didn't you say you used to watch WCW in order to know what they're doing?
Did he miss that episode?
Or did you just watch
in fairness, I don't think anybody was watching WCW around that time. To be fair,
I wasn't.
I wasn't watching WCW around that time. I was that's when I was watching WWF full time.
The Attitude Era, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Major Domination.
RoboCop's a little too much for me, dog.
That was the dying days of WCW.
No, that was the early days. That was the early days of WCW.
That was the early days.
Hey, consider this. We had Arnold and RoboCop appear in Mortal Kombat. Now Arnold appeared in the WWE 2K game. RoboCop's next. That's the natural evolution.
Watch that be the pre-order bonus for WWE.
I hate you for that so much right now.
I have details on the pre-order bonus stuff.
This should be good.
I forgot. I totally forgot about that. Oh god.
How did we forget about talking about this shit?
Yes, we did.
Go ahead and bring it to us.
Well, the pre-order bonus is apparently, let me see if I can get this right. For the game's deluxe editions and BS pre-order bonuses, there will be a 3-day early access to the game.
Okay.
Pre-orders are set to go live soon and potentially will include the Undertaker Immortal Pack.
For my faction.
Let me finish. It includes 3 additional Undertaker personas, such as the Phantom Mask Undertaker, the Lord of Darkness Undertaker, and the final Undertaker Boneyard Match one. My Faction Evo cards for Undertaker, and My Faction perks and bonuses.
There it is.
I knew it.
You called it. You want that right faction, you're going to put out, and you're going to hope you get it.
Evo, as soon as you said Evo, I knew exactly what you was talking about.
And open the pack and hope for the best.
That's exactly what NBA 2K does, is Evo card. I knew what you was talking about from the get-go.
Evo cards can't be done.
We gotta be honest here, because it's not just WWE 2K's fault here. Like, a lot of the blame has to be put on WWE because they've released so much talent.
They don't give a damn.
The only way they could do this.
They don't give a damn. That's why they make their record revenue.
Basically, you couldn't, like, if you since Eric, you talking about Undertaker stuff, like, we couldn't get an Undertaker like special edition of the game if they wanted to go get it. Like,
dude, I can't wait for Rene Dupree Bronze Edition to come in from 2005. I can't wait for John Heidenreich, chocolate bar John Heidenreich. That's gonna be great.
Straight jacket Heidenreich.
Next thing you know, you're gonna have Perry Saturn with Moppy.
Also, I gotta ask, how many characters were in 2K20?
I don't have a damn clue.
I don't know.
I have probably over 100. Probably over 100.
Now, we talking about initial or when the DLC came out and they expanded the roster?
In total.
Yeah, 100.
Total?
Over 100. I think.
Okay, I looked it up. 238 characters.
Oh my god!
In 2K20.
That's probably because of the DLC, and then
all of it.
Tires.
No, it also, and And that's the largest amount. Guess what they announced? Guess what was announced this month?
They're gonna go higher than that. Get ready.
300.
No,
I get 300.
Currently confirmed, there's a total of only 45 announced. We burned a lot.
Whoa!
Yes.
What is this, WWE 2K15?
It's WWE Superstars.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That's terrible.
Yeah, as of January 2022, 45 characters have been confirmed for the game.
Well, at least you got Roman Reigns, Sasha Banks,
This game
Becky,
is
Charlotte.
gonna be a pile of trash.
Yo,
I'm just waiting for the Metacritic scores at this point, because that's
too.
the actual buyers.
Yeah.
Whoa, come on.
Fuck. This is gonna fucking suck.
Again, I have not bought a wrestling video game since SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. The next wrestling game I buy will be the AEW game because I can't wait to see more on that.
Uh-huh.
Because it's old school. Freaking No Mercy. Look, let's freaking go. Come on now.
Not only is it No Mercy, but it's also a hybrid of Here Comes the Pain as well.
One of my favorite games of all time, I might add, after checking them out.
Same here.
And here's another thing that they're going to be doing. They're going to be doing the fucking Street Fighter method as well. So every year they'll come up with a fucking DLC pack to add more characters in.
Because you got Kenny Omega and Ukes spearheading this.
And plus they're gonna keep up to date with the AEW records as well, like live records.
Well, again, wins and losses are supposed to matter in AEW, and they reset every year, which is why the rankings right now, it's kind of like a null point because everyone's either 0-1 or 1-0. But here's a question. What's going to be the Kings of the Black Throne's debut record? Brody King is now in AEW. The House of Black has a new member.
Yep.
Where does the House of Black go from here? With Julia Hart, with Hot, with all sorts of speculation, and their debut tag match against the Varsity Blondes with Hart in their corner this Wednesday. Where does the House of Black take us from here, guys?
Julia Hart betrays Varsity Blondes. Which
You really think that's going to happen?
Exactly.
Just like that?
Yeah. This is the moment. She's
Like
already
you said,
shown
Noah,
the
before
signs.
Like you said, Noah, before we went on recording, watch for Julia on Wednesday.
I'm just saying, I feel it coming, but would they actually do it right now is the thing, because AEW doesn't hotshot stuff.
AEW don't hotshot stuff, but this is the best time to do it. They
strike while the iron is hot.
They're striking while the iron is hot. They always do these kind of angles, especially during the build-up to Revolution.
Or special shows, because again, this Dynamite is before Beach Break, which I'm going to go see live.
Carol, you lucky bastard.
Yeah, you lucky. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, because, well, hold on. Before we talk about that, so you're thinking that Hart's going to turn. Eric, what do you think about Pac's promo about the blind man that now can see better than ever?
Pac's turning too.
Like we talked about this on Wednesday, I believe, where it did seem to give indication Pac might be somewhat joining the House of Black, or he's just trying to get in their heads.
Or he's losing his mind even more now that he's in solitude and blind. Again, we talked about the tarot card. We talked about what it meant.
And then I mentioned that there's also a religious angle to it, since he's saying, "I was once blind, but now I see."
Exactly, Amazing Grace, the story of the blind man whose vision was restored. Everything about this Dutch folklore, though, surrounding Malachi Black and his manifestation.
James, have you heard of a YouTube channel called It Begins Again?
No.
Well,
yes, the Rotunda
they've
stuff.
They've been doing these Wyndham Rotunda promos, and it's hard to tell if Bray Wyatt's involved with this or if this was fan created. But they've been giving hints, including a certain promotion, that Bray Wyatt may actually show up in Northeast Wrestling with Braun and Eric Rowan, with Titan and Eric Redbeard,
aka the Wyatt family.
Well, I mean, does that mean he see 3 joins?
No idea.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: we have no idea what Redbeard is doing. But Adam Shearer is with EC3 in this whole narrative awakening.
Control your narrative thing. Exactly what Wesley Blake, Weston Blake at this case.
Who's the other guy though that was with them is what I want to know, and are they going to actually have Karrion Kross with them?
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of speculation, okay? Speaking of speculation, we now have to wonder what's Adam Cole's future. You got Red Dragon, you got the Bucks, you got his Bay, and they're taking on the Best Friends this coming week in this tag action, but the numbers are still uneven. With me going to Cleveland, will we see the return of Johnny Wrestling?
Yep, calling it now. We're going to see the return of Johnny Wrestling in Cleveland, and he will be signed to AEW. He will be all elite. Because like you said, the numbers are outmatched on the Best Friend side. Yeah, it's going to happen.
No doubt.
Yeah, you guys got no doubt about that.
And I also predict if certain GCW World Champion doesn't show up this Wednesday, he will show up in Cleveland, and I'm talking about Jon Moxley.
Yes, because let's talk about GCW and the show coming up in the Hammerstein Ballroom with Jon Moxley.
Before we get into that, I gotta reference this. I went on Malachi Black's Instagram. He has a story up. He had a story up about a few days ago. One of them was two of them were tarot cards. Hanged Man. The other was Justice. And what does Pac have in his hand in his promo?
Justice.
The Justice card.
Yes.
I don't think it's Hart now. I think it is Pac. I think Pac is about to join the House of Black next. I think you guys may be a bit off track. And again, AEW keeps us guessing.
Yeah, they're always doing. I love it.
Yeah, I think a bastard is about to join the House of Black. That's all I gotta say about that.
But here's the thing about there is something about
not real. I heard the bastard was actually a nice guy.
But here's a question, guys, think about this. What if the tarot card says the Hanged Man? Who calls himself Hangman?
Hangman.
Ain't that the same tarot card that we seen? Maybe during that Moxley attack, like years back.
You would be correct, sir. Again, long-term storytelling. What is the Hangman's future?
What is the Hangman's future? What the hell is everybody's future here?
You got MJF and CM Punk that are never really going to clash. You have Lance Archer now being frustrated, taking on the Hangman after falling short.
You got this whole Cody Rhodes ordeal, looking to do big things on Wednesday.
And you don't even know the future of the damn TNT title.
We don't even know if they're going to also run back, and this could segue into Mox returning to GCW. We don't even know if they're going to do Hangman and Mox for Revolution.
Because it was Mox and Heyman at the top of that ladder, and Heyman not Moxley off to become the one contender.
Yeah. So there's you could go that route too, and there's a lot of story you could play off between those. And
we might be getting, if Adam Cole stays the number one ranked men's wrestler, we might get Cole and Hangman at Revolution.
But who will be in Adam Cole's corner?
Exactly, because
the Bucks or the Paragon.
But a certain cleaner wants to return next month. But as far as
actually, I already told you this. There's no timetable now for his return.
Yeah, that's why I said, of course he does. But he can return whenever he wants because Kenny Omega is playing crazy.
Exactly. So we don't know where the Super Click and the Paragon can go from here. But also to cross over with that, we don't know what the heck's going on. Now that Jay White and GOD are evading Impact, having a Bullet Club takeover, basically. Are we going to get it? Are we finally going to get Bullet Club versus the Elite? Or we're going to see that?
I feel like it's something to come.
Moving parts.
There's too many moving parts right now to put together because there is no clear direction. And that's the crazy thing right now when it comes to anything outside the WWE to a degree. There's no real clear direction.
because we still have that image in our heads that Jay White came out at Slammiversary after that match that Kenny Omega had against Sami Callihan, and the Good Brothers came out, and then Kenny and the Good Brothers too sweeted Jay, but Jay was like, no, like Jay wasn't having any of it.
And then he recruited Chris Bay in the Bullet Club, and now we've seen Chris Bay and Hikuleo in tag team action, both on Strong and on Impact Wrestling. Although Chris Bay did eat a loss this past week on Impact in a great match against Laredo Kid. So that might derail some momentum trying to go after maybe, I don't know, the X Division Championship.
Yeah, probably.
Trey.
What was that, Eric?
Option C. You could go for option C.
Too soon. You saw how long Josh Alexander held that title when he was the man.
Okay, that was Moose's fault.
Ooh, yeah, but Josh Alexander wasn't having none of it against.
Guess what Moose said about the Forbidden Door stuff with WWE.
Oh, he wants to go after Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but here's the thing. When people asked him, wait, why don't you go after Brock Lesnar? Oh, it's actually quite simple. Roman is synonymous with WWE. Brock Lesnar, I don't want to deal with him.
Well, who wants to deal with Brock Lesnar? Let's be honest here. All right.
Oh, but there was one more thing I wanted to mention about that tarot card about Malachi Black and the Justice card. He actually puts his mask of the necklace mask he has. You know that necklace he has that's the shape of his mask.
Yes.
He actually puts it on the head on top of the Justice card.
Really?
As if to say, you're my shield. You're my arbiter of justice.
Yep, he's joining the House of Black. He is definitely joining the House of Black. He'll be like the Blind Knight. We got someone more than a king. Now there'll be a knight, but will there be a countess as well?
Yeah. Also, I could have sworn he made another comment about on Instagram. Like, I can't. You could keep going. I need to look for this.
No, that's fine. Let's see here. We talked about. Oh. Hey, so what you all think about that? Again, audio issues. I'm sorry again if it was a little loud at times. A bit boisterous. Again, I got that all figured out though. I don't know how both mics were in it, but I digress. Anyway, that's it for part 2. You want to see what the conclusion is? Stay tuned. The third part will be up Thursday morning. And again, we are ATW. Simply encourage you to just your life, enjoy professional wrestling. Hope you have enjoyed the conversation so far. May you continue to follow us and ATW and all things wrestling too. And as always, have a wonderful day. Be true, be you. Strive to be a better person every day. Build a better community too. See you next time.